you okay, love?
Oh, gosh. I didn't sharpen what I couldn't control. Because today we're going to sharpen what you can control.
Sorry. What's that? That's me clutching at straws.
We'll clutch at this. You ready?
I'm ready.
Marcus Aurelius, do you know him?
I've heard of him.
He wrote a book called Meditations. Chasing what can't be done is madness, but the base person is unable to do anything else. Chasing what can't be done. Now listen, Jack. I want you to sit there and buckle up.
Buckle, baby.
I'm going to give you some home truths.
Okay.
I said to you once, I don't think we should do a newsletter. And what did you say to me?
I said, I think you're wrong.
Why?
Because I think that actually doing a newsletter is so good for the environment.
We haven't got an audience.
We don't have an audience.
So what did we do?
We built an audience.
Because what? We could control the building of said thing.
Ooh.
Then we wrote ourselves a little book.
We wrote a little book.
Sales is Therapy.
Sales is Therapy.
Available in all good.
Barnes and Noble.
Exactly. But it was a journey, wasn't it? We wrote the book. We sent it out to a few publishers and they said, look, this is a very saturated market.
Very niche, what you're trying to do.
Very niche.
Very niche in a saturated market.
Very niche in a saturated market. And then what we thought was, well, that can't be the end of the road, can it?
No.
Well, we'll self-publish. We'll
build
get
it
it out there ourselves. We'll
if you don't
build
have a
it
seat at the
ourselves.
table, I'm going to bring a table to my seat.
And I met a guy the other week. It's fascinating, this guy. He was like, I started a marketing agency and I couldn't get a studio to rent out for the work he wanted to do. It was like making video content and stuff. So I built my own studio. But in trying to build my own studio, no construction company would do it. So I had to start my own construction company to build the studio. So he's gradually ended up, rather than like seeing these little holes as like, oh, that's something I can't do, he's ended up just building a company that offers that thing. Then when he built the studio, he wanted to get all the gear in on loan or whatever it would be, and no company would do it. So he just started his own lighting company, his own sound company. So he's built this empire through basically being turned down and not turning away and going, I'll just start a business that does that.
Yeah,
I'll just start another business that does that. And then he said to me, and Johnny Depp told me it was the best studio he'd ever been to.
Wow.
And I went, wow.
Johnny Depp has been in some places.
Jonathan Depp knows his way around a few studios, if you know what I mean. So what do you think then about all that stuff I just said?
Well, it was making me think about the story of you can't make yourself laugh. That's not what the audience want. They want the chemistry.
Funny,
they don't want the one-man barbershop quartet over there. Do you know the story of Derek Sivers, how he made his money? If you don't know who Derek Sivers is...
CD Baby?
CD Baby. He was a musician and he wanted to sell his music online. He was like, well, there's no way to do this. This was way before like PayPal and all these things. He was like, I'll do a bit of coding. So he created it and then he made this website and then his friend went, will you do that for me? So he did it. He said, right, I charge $50 and then you can sell your CD online. And then someone else went, will you do that for me? And over time he started doing it and it grew into this business. He ended up selling it for millions of pounds and then he's been on his own journey from that. But they solve genuine problems, don't they? And I think that that's where the best businesses come from, that you don't go into something of like, when you set up We Have a Meeting, the truth of the matter was you were a great salesperson, but actually you didn't want to work for anyone anymore. You didn't want a boss. So the best way to do that is, how do I be a salesperson for multiple different companies so that I don't have one fixed abode? I don't have to go in and deal with the same schmuck every single day. I can just go from kind of boss to boss and have like that autonomy. And that solved a genuine problem. And that's what it is. So I think when you're a salesperson, understanding the problem that you solve, like there are so many shit solutions out there, let's be honest, that probably don't need to be there. Shoes.ai?
Yeah, it's not worth it.
No, it's not worth
AI
it.
shoes.
AI
How
shoes.
am I going to wear them?
How? They're on the megabyte. But AI shoes, yeah. But understanding what problem does this solve?
Wallets for dogs.
Wallets for dogs. I always think about the analogy as well. If you're trying to like define your ICP, I think of it as like pubs. Okay.
Pubs.ai.
Pubs.ai. If you were into classical music,
Classical AI. I don't know.
So you're not very good at this business thing, are you? Can't just put .ai.
Well, I don't biz and tell.
But if you're looking to like find where those people are, well, you'd probably go and hang out at classical music concerts, and you'd find those people. If you're looking to find bikers, you'd probably go to a bikers bar. So think about what problem your product or service solves, and where are your audience going to be hanging out? Where are they? What are they banging their head against the wall? What problems do they have?
I'm going to give the people one here.
And what are you going to tell them?
If you're starting a marketing agency and you're like, where am I going to get my first client from? People spend a lot of marketing money and get very little results from exhibitions and events. So go on that exhibitors list of people that are exhibiting at the event. They've got the £60,000 stand. 70% of leads from events aren't followed up. And so, you know, that money that you're spending and that return you're not getting, chuck it over here.
I'll go one further. If you're starting a business, go on AI and say what are the top industries, what are the top 10 industries that marketing agencies work in, and you'll see at the top.
Shout out to the top 10 industries. We'll put their Instagram handle in the bio.
You'll see e-commerce at the top.
E-commerce, we'll put that in the bio.
Avoid e-commerce.
Avoid e-commerce.ai.
Avoid e-commerce.ai. Well, I'm glad he's here today. I've been Jack Frimpson.
I've been Zach Thompson.
Remember, you will die.
Chicane Mushroom.